range function return a list. A range function return a list. Range function return the sequence of numbers. The range function takes three parameters. Out of three parameters, two parameters are optional, one parameter is compulsory. Now we are going to discuss those two parameters, those three parameters. The first one, the range function takes the first parameter, start with some number, because range function return the list of values, or the range function return sequence of values, sequence of numbers. Start with some number. If you don't specify that number, default value is 0. The second one, it will increment or decrement the starting number to get the sequence. That is the third parameter. Second parameter, it end with some number. It takes three parameters. The first parameter start with some number. That one is optional. If you don't specify the first parameter, it takes the default number is 0. Second parameter end with some number, because the sequence continues until it go to some number. That is called the end number. The third parameter, to reach to a specific value, it will go further. It will increment by 1, it will increment by 2. That is the third parameter, increment or decrement the value. One important point here, range function return the list, or range function return the list of values, list of integers. Please try to understand. Using range function, we can create a list of values, list of integers. Now you can see one example here. Range 1, 10, 1. 1 is the starting value. 10 is the ending value. 1 means increment. That means starting value is 1. To go to second value, increment by 1, then it will become 2. 2 increment by 1, it will become 3. Go further until the last value reaches to 10. That is stored into a list. Now we can see the second one. 1, 10, third parameter is missing. What is third parameter? Increment or decrement the starting value. Okay. If you don't specify third parameter, default value is 1, because 1, 10, starting value is 1, ending value is 10. How to generate the sequence? Take the starting value, take the default increment, add to the starting value, then it will become 2. Take the 2, add the increment value, 2 plus 1, it will become 3. Again 2 plus 1, it will become 4. Like we can generate sequence up to 10. See the third example, range of 10. Here only one parameter is there. Two parameters are missing. That means it will take those two parameters are default parameters. The starting value is 0. Increment value is 1. Now we can see fourth one. The starting value is 1. Ending value is 100. To start from starting value 1 to reach to 100, every time we need to increment 2. That means starting value is 1. 1 plus 2, 3. That is the next value. 3 plus 2, 5. That is the next value. 5 plus 2, 7. Like it will generate sequence up to 100. Okay. Now you can take one example here. You can see the left hand side diagram. X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here what is X? Here what is X?
Variable.
X is a variable. X is a list. X is list. Okay. Now, instead of generating list like that, can I generate the list by using a range function? S. Now y equal to range. What is the starting sequence value? 1. What is the next ending sequence value? 10. How to get each element in the sequence? Take the starting element, increment by 1. Now you can see y is a list now. Y is a list. How that list is created? That list is created by using a function called range. If you print y, you can see range of 1, 10. Range of 1, 10. Let us take another example. X equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So what is X? What is X? In this statement, what is X? X is list. How to generate a similar kind of list by using range function? Y equal to list. How to generate by using range function? Range, open bracket. What is the starting value?
2.
2. What is the ending value?
20.
20.
2.
How to get the elements in the sequence? Take the starting value, add 2. We will get the next element. Take that element, add 2. We will get the next element 6. Take 6, add 2. We will get the next element. Now the y is created. Y is having list of values starting with 2, ending with 20. Every time you will get new value incremented by 2. Right? Now we are going to discuss for loop. So in the for loop, you can see here a sample for loop for x in range of 1, 10, 1. Print. All of you see the example for loop. Here in this for loop, the print x is repeated multiple times. Print x is repeated multiple times. How it is repeated multiple times? We used to take a syntax, for loop syntax for x. X in range 1, 10, 1. That means it will generate the list. The list consists of starting values 1, ending values 10. How it generate the sequence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can see here, if you execute this code, you can see the output here. Will generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it displaying 10? No, it will generate up to the ending value. It will not display the ending value. Okay, now take another example. For x in range 100, 1, -5. Print x. Could you guess the output of this program? Print x is repeated, right? Print the value of x. What is x here? X is a list. What it contain? Start with 100. End with
5, sir. End with 5.
You can see this example. The first one is the starting value. Second one is the ending value. Third one is increment or decrement the value. Now, starting value is 100. End with 1. How to get next value? Take the starting value, add increment or decrement. Take 100 minus 5. What is the value? 100 minus 5?
95.
95, right. How to get the next value? 95 minus 5, 90. How to get the next value? 90 minus 5, 85. Repeat the process until the ending value is 1. Now you can run the code. Now you can see here 100, 95, 90, 80, 75, 60, 60, 55. Like we can generate some sequence because here the list is having some sequence. Now the question is how to display the values from 100 to 1. How to display the values from 100 to 1 by using for loop. How to display the values from 100 to 1 by using for loop. Is anybody? For then can I take I here? In range, open bracket, 100, comma,
0.
1, comma, minus 1. Colon, next line, print. All of you see the syntax. For indicates what is for in this statement.
Keyword.
Right. For is a keyword. That keyword indicates the for loop started. The keyword indicates the for loop started. Now, what is I? What is
Variable.
I is a variable. It contains the list of values. Okay. It will get that list from where? Range function. Please try to understand. I is a variable. It contains the list of values. It will get those values from the range function. Now come to range function. What is range? Range is a function in Python. It will take 3 parameters. Starting value 100, ending value 1. We need to generate the sequence in between by using -1. How to generate the sequence? Take the starting value, add -1. It will become 99. Next number, 99 minus 1, 98. 98 minus 1, 97. Like it will generate the sequence up to 1. Now you can see here. It will generate up to -1. You can see. But 1 is not included. 1 is excluded. It will generate the sequence from 100 to 2. 1 is not included. 1 is excluded. Now the question is, write a for loop to display. How to display hello 10 times? How to display hello 10 times? Is anybody? How to display hello 10 times?
For I in range.
Without for loop. We can use
Print hello into hello star.
we can use a repetition character in print. What is the repetition character? Star, double quotes, hello. It will display hello 10 times. Right? Now the question is, display hello 10 times. Each line display hello only one time. How to display? Can you use here slash n. Can I use slash n here?
Slash.
Yes,
You
sir.
can see here. Now the question is, without repetition character, using for loop, how to display hello 10 times? How to display hello 10 times? See. So what I do is, I will take a variable. I use that variable for count because we need to display hello how many times? 10 times. Initial value of count may be 0 or 1. If I take count equal to 0, I can display hello until count equal to 9. Please try to understand. I will take one variable count to display hello 10 times. Whenever I display hello, I will increment count. Repeat the process until the count become 9 or 10. If I start with 0, the count is 9. If I start with 1, the count is 10. I used to take a variable count. Now, I used to take one variable count. Okay? This count we used to take some values. What are the values? Range, open bracket. What are the values? 1, 10, 1. Now, you can see here, print hello. What it does? What is count? Count is a variable. Okay? Initial value of count equal to 1. Every time, are you incrementing count or decrementing count? Incrementing count. Now repeat the process. Execute the following statement until the count equal to 10. Now initial value of count equal to 1. Then print hello. Again increment count equal to 2. Again print hello. Again count equal to 3. Print hello. Repeat the process, count equal to 10. Now we run this code. How many times the hello is printed? Is it
9.
9 times? Is it 10 times or 9 times?
9 times.
If you want to display hello 10 times, what are the changes we need to do?
10 should be replaced with 11.
Okay, right. For count in range 1, 11, 1 colon, because it uses indentation, print hello. Now you can see, is it displayed how many times? Is there any other method to display hello 10 times?
I equal to
Right.
range 0, 10.
Another example, we can do one example here. I start I equal to 0. Then how many times the hello is displayed now? Print hello. How many times the hello is displayed now? Is it 10 or 9 times?
10 times.
10 times it will display. Okay, right. Now, so the question is, display the numbers, display the numbers from 50 to 10 in the reverse order. Please try to understand. Display the numbers 50 to 10 in the reverse order. Display the numbers 50 to 10 in the reverse order. How to display? For 10, what we have to do here? Can we take any variable? Yes. I in range open bracket. Display the numbers from 50 to 10. What is the starting value? 50. What is the ending value? 10.
-1.
How to get the sequence? Every time we need decrement 1 colon print I. Display the value of I. I can see here, display the numbers from 50 to 11. Okay. Now, you want to display the numbers 50 to 10. what we have to do?
Instead of 10, we can write 9.
Okay, right. If you write 9, display the numbers from print display 10 also. Right? Now the question is how to display the numbers from 50 to 100. How to display the even numbers from 50 to 100. How to display the even numbers from 50 to 100. How to write a for loop?
For I in
in
range
range
50, 100 and 2.
huh?
50,
50,
100,
100
100
minus
2,
50 to
2.
100. Starting number is 50, ending number is 100. Right. Display the even
101.
numbers. From 50, how to get the even number?
Plus
Plus 2.
Even number is 52. How to get 52? Plus 2. Am I correct or not?
yes,
Now print displaying 50 to 100. So the question is how to display the odd numbers from 50 to 100. How to display the odd numbers?
Sir, instead of 50, keep 51.
Okay, right. 51, right. Any other logic? 51, right. Print 51, 53, 55, 57, 59 up to 99. Okay, right. Now the question is display the numbers from 100 to 50 which are divisible by 5. Display the numbers from 100 to 50 which are divisible by 5. Did you understand the problem?
Yeah.
sir.
Display the number for, okay, right, I.
for I in range
100,
100, comma 50,
100
comma
to 50. Starting
Minus
number
five.
is, okay, 50, comma,
minus
five.
5.
minus 5. Right, good. Print. Write like that. What will happen? Will it display any syntax error?
No.
Could you guess the output?
Will display I.
Only I.
Display the character I multiple times. It will display the character I multiple times. Now you can see here. Display I how many times? Around 10 times. Print. The question is display the numbers from 100 to 50 which are divisible by I want to. Display the numbers from 100 to 50 which are divisible by 5 and 2.
100 to 50, sir.
100, comma 50, comma
Minus 10.
minus 10.
Is it minus 10?
Yes, sir.
For I in range 100, 50 minus print. Divisible by
2 and 5.
5 1. But
5 and 2.
which are divisible by 5 and 2. Okay, now the question is display the numbers from 100 to 50, which are divisible by 5 or 2. Please try to understand this problem. Display the numbers from 100 to 50, which are divisible by 5 or 2.
Plus 100, 50, plus 2, sir.
100, 50,
Minus 2.
-1.
Minus 2.
5 or 2. Let us take one example. Next number after 199, which is not divisible by 2, which is not divisible by 5.
Minus
98,
divisible by 2.
97,
Not divisible.
not divisible. 96,
Divisible.
condition true, because 96 is divisible by 2, not divisible by 5, but still we can display. 95,
Divisible by 5, not by 2.
right. Then how to display this range?
Inside the for loop, we can use if statement.
Okay. Any other technique? Any other technique? I can. What about increment or decrement? See 1. Then go to next line. I will write the if statement. If. What you have to do?
I modulus 2 is
Right.
equal to 0.
I
Mod.
mod 2 equal to
0.
Or
or
I mod 5 equal to 0.
I mod
5 equal to 0.
I equal to 0.
0.
And what we have to do?
Print
To
I.
display.
Print type.
See here, if I mod 2 equal to 0 or I mod 5 equal to 0, close bracket, then colon. And what we have to do in next line?
Print I. One more space.
Print
Uh.
n. On the code, you can see here 98 is displaying, 96 is displaying, 95 is displaying, 94 is displaying, 92 is displaying, 93 is displaying. Okay. Now the question is here, how many times this statement executed? How many times this statement executed? What is the starting value of 90 I? What is the starting value of I?
100.
100.
100. Starting value of I equal to 100. When I equal to 100, is that statement executed or not?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Then what is the next value of I? 99.
99.
Is that statement executed or not?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes. Default.
Yes, sir.
Because if I equal to 98, is that statement executed?
Yes, sir.
Every time the if statement is executed. Right. Good. Now we tell how many times this statement executed. Is it 50 times or 49 times? Huh?
50 times.
49 times.
See, starting with 100. Starting with 100 up to 51. Total numbers are 50 or 49?
50.
50, right. This statement executed how many times?
34.
50 times. How many times this statement executed?
It's 34.
You can count the numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 times the statement executed. Did you understand when we can use for loop? Right. I'm going to take another example. Display the numbers in between 1 to 100 which are divisible by 10 to 5. 10, 5 and 2. Write a for loop. Display the numbers from 1 to 100 which are divisible by 10, 5 and 2. Very simple. For
range
range 1 to 100.
100 minus 10. Only 10.
Is it minus 10 or plus 10?
Plus 10.
Because 1 to 100. See, we are in the forward direction. Take the plus. If the starting value is 100, ending value is 1, then we need to take the decrement. 1. 1 or 10?
10.
Then what is next statement? Colon. Why we are using colon? Why we are using colon? Why we are using the colon?
So that we can go to the next block.
Yes, right. Colon indicates the indentation. The following line follows the indentation. Okay. The following line, the following statement, or the following block follows the indentation. Now you can see here. Print. Right. If I don't use colon, what happens? It will display syntax error. Right? You can see here. What is the output now? Displaying 1. Is that 1 11? There's a mistake here.
We have to start with 0.
0.
0, sir.
Right. If I start with 0, now you can see here. Print. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
So did you understand what is for loop, what it does, so what we can do with for loop? Now we are going to discuss some examples. Now you can see the first one. All of you see the first problem. There are 1085 students in Equitech right now. There are 1085 students in Equitech. The strength increases by 10% in each year. Write a program to display strength in every year up to 2030. So please try to understand the problem. So right now in 2020, around 1085 students are there in Equitech. The strength increases every year 10% of the current strength. Write a program to display the strength in every year up to 2030. Yes. What we have to do now? See the second problem. There are 1085 students in Equitech. Good. The capacity of the building is 1600 only. That means I can accommodate up to 1600 students. The strength increases by 10% in each year. Write a program to display the year when the strength reaches to the maximum capacity. Display the year when the strength reaches to the maximum capacity. Every year increases 10%. Like you need to calculate the strength. When the strength reaches to the maximum capacity, because the building capacity is 1600 only, you need to stop, display that year. That year you are going to get the complete strength in that building. Right? See the third program. Write a program to display the following output. What we have to do is, the first line display 1 to 9, second line display 1 to 8, third line display 1 to 7. Like you need to display some sequence. In the last line display only 1. How to generate this sequence? See the fourth program. Find and display the CP1 grades of section 2 students. Find and display the CP1 grades of section 2 students. The input is CP1 marks of section 2 that is stored into the list. Please try to understand. There is a list consists of CP1 marks of all section 2 students. So right now, section 2 is having 120 students. All 120 student marks are stored into one list. Then what we have to do? We need to find the grades of all the students. Take the first student marks, find the grade, then stored into another list. Take the second student, find the grade, stored into another list. Repeat the process to all the students. Finally, you have to display the grades list. Okay? How to implement all these 4 programs? Yes, anybody? So first of all, did you understand all 4 programs?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right.
Yes, sir.
See. Okay, now I'm going to write equivalent while loop for the given for loop. Equivalent while loop. Let us take for I in range 1, 10, 1 colon print I. Okay. What is the equivalent while loop for loop? Now we can see. So what is the value of I? Initial value of I? What?
1.
1, right. I is to take a variable I. We need to define the initial value of I equal to 1. Then go to while loop. While, what we have to do? We need to display the value of I until I less than 10 or I less than or equal to 9.
I less than 10.
I less than 10, right. I less than 10 or I less than or equal to 9 is also correct. Close. And colon. Every time what we have to do? Every time what we have to do?
Print the value.
Print the value of I. If I take the first value, how to go to the next value?
Increment.
I equal to I plus 1. See the syntax. Initialization, condition, set of statements, increment. Now you can see here. What is the output of this while loop? Display the numbers from 1 to 10. Now the question is, using while loop, how to display the numbers from 10 to 1? Using while loop. How to display the numbers from 10 to 1.
I equal to 1.
I
while
equal to
I
10.
less than
I equal to 10.
Display the numbers from 10 to 1.
10 to 1. I equal to 10.
Ah, right. I equal to 10.
10.
While
I
what we have
is,
to do?
I is less
I less
than
than 0.
Fill the value of I greater than 0. I greater than 0.
I greater than 0 means it more than.
I greater than 0. Is it true or false? The condition.
true, sir.
Right. Then what we have to do?
I equal to I minus
I
1.
equal to I minus 1.
Int I equal to I minus 1. I can see here. Which is displaying the values from 10 to 1. Now the question. Take the same question. Display the even numbers from 100 to 50. Display the even numbers from 100 to 50 using while loop. Display the even numbers. I equal to. Shall I take x instead of I?
I equal to 2.
No, shall I take x instead of I?
Yes.
Yes,
Because
sir.
I is a variable, no?
Yes.
X equal to 100. Good. While open parentheses. Then
X is greater
X
than 0.
greater than 50.
x greater than 50. Good. Then
Print X.
indentation. Then
Print X.
spaces before the line. Print
X.
x. Then
I is equals to I. X is equals to
X minus 2.
X.
x equal to
X plus 2.
x plus 2 or x minus 2.
Minus 2
Yes.
because we are starting from
Minus
100.
X
Ah.
minus 2, sir.
I can see here. Okay. Right. Now, so could you find the difference between for loop and while loop? When we can use for loop, when we can use while loop?
While when condition based, sir.
In while loop, condition is given at the last. Increment and decrement.
Right. See, the difference is if you want to apply condition on list of values, you know the list of values. You want to apply some condition. You want to perform some activity on list of values. You can use for loop. Second case, if you want to perform some activity on some, let us take some condition. You want to perform some activity based on some condition, but you don't know the list of values. At that time, you can use while loop. Come back to our problem. You will understand here clearly. See the first one. What is the first one? You need to display the strength, total strength in each year up to 2030. So that means you have to display the strength in 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. For this list, you need to display the total strength. You know how to display the strength. How to display the strength? Take the total strength, take percentage 10, that output is added to the strength. That is the total strength. Take the second problem. Here you don't know the range. What we have to do? We need to repeat until some condition satisfied. Initial strength is 1085. Every year add 10%. Every year take 10%. Add to the original strength. Total. Again check with the condition. Is the strength less than or equal to 1600 or not? If not, go to next year. Repeat the process. When the strength increases, 1600, stop the process here. Then display the tier. The tier, we are going to reach to the maximum strength in that building. Okay. First case, you can use for loop. Second case, we can use while loop. One important point here. In the for loop, we can apply list of values. We can apply range function. We can apply set of values. We can apply a constant list also, that is called tuple. But in the while loop, we can apply on some condition. But in while loop, one important point, we need to do some initialization before using the loop variable. Okay. Then we need to perform some activity. Every time we need to increment or decrement, that we need to take care. But if it is for loop, default, the for loop is having increment, decrement. Okay. This is the scenario. Any questions so far? So did you understand for loop, while loop, all of you?
Sir, once can you explain the range function and definition, because we were in EVS class, so we missed it.
Okay, right. See, range is a predefined function in Python. Range function return list of values, or range function return list of sequence of values. List of sequence of values. It takes 3 parameters. The first parameter, starting value or starting number. Second parameter, ending value, ending number. Third parameter, the method to go to the last value. Whether we are going to increment by 1, increment by 2, increment by 3. That is called last one, increment or decrement. Let us take one example. You start with 1, end with 100, display the numbers. Then how to get the next number? Plus 1. How to get next number? Plus 1. That means here increment is plus 1. Next question, display the even numbers. Take 1, take 0, plus 2, 2, plus 2, 4, plus 2, 6. Starting value is 2, starting value is 0, ending value is 100, increment 2 every time. Then we'll get the sequence. How to get the sequence? That is called increment or decrement. Display the numbers from 100 to 10. 100 to 10. Then what we have to do? Starting value is high, ending value is low, then we can increment. When starting value is low, ending value is high, then we can go for increment. How many numbers we can increment? That depends on the requirement. You want display the even number? Plus 2. You want display numbers? Plus 1. Display divisible by 5, then you can take plus 5. Like we can write the increment or decrement. This is called range function. One important point here, range function return the list. The list contain set of values. Our list contain sequence of values. But if we take a general list, let us take one example here. Let us take x equal to 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. Now x is a list. It consists of 10 values. But the list is not in the sequence. Take another example. X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both are list only. X is a list. Second one is also list. See the difference. In the first one, X is a list. Here the values are not in the sequence. But in the second method, X is a list. The values are in the sequence. If you want to create this kind of list, instead of using a list, we can use range function. Then what we have to do? X equal to range. Starting value is 1. Ending value is 10, 11. Then you can take 11. Then you can take every time increment 1. Now you can see here. X is also list. Int X. A range from 1 to 11. So what is the sequence here? 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 11. like we can get the list. Right? Any questions?
Sir, 11 is not included, right?
That's right. See, starting number is included. Ending number is not included. Before that number we used to take.
Sir, what if the first number is not defined?
Okay, I told na. The first number is not defined. Default number. What is the default number? Starting value 0. Starting number is 0. If you do the last increment, default is 1. See, 3 parameters. Out of 3, 1 is compulsory, 2 are optional. The first one is optional, starting number. If you don't specify the starting number, default is 0. Second optional is increment. If you don't specify, it will take default is 1. It will increment only. Right? Any questions? No questions? Okay. Actually, I would like to take one class tomorrow only. I would like to take your concern. If you are interested, I will take one class tomorrow.
At